So we're going to be discussing a few issues regarding these vans at the moment. Biggest one I'm seeing is starting issues. Now, I have got starting issues myself. At the moment she's just chugging. You get going, she's chugging, won't start, then you get her going. Then at 15,000 RPM, she just which is possibly bad fuel. Now what these have is the way these fuel systems are designed. It goes from your lift pump to your filter to a pressure valve, which I've got here for demonstration purposes. This is one I will be fitting to Gwen. This is your pressure valve. One of them. So that's basically at the front. It's down here at the front of the engine, which I'm hoping this is the right one for Gwen. These are a service item that do go. That basically controls your pressure going from your filter up to your high pump, from your high pump into your injectors. So that's just a control unit basically. So that will be fitted in. So we are going to get that fitted at some point today. I'm hoping that's the problem, because that was the problem on Patches when Patches was doing this. Change that was fine. Another issue that's starting is possible is ECU. We can rule out ECU on this because it's already started, but you can bypass the ECU on these. If you go to your white box underneath your dash, which is underneath the steering column, find the live ignition wire, you go put a 12-volt feed to it, put a switch in the middle as like a kill switch just in case. You keep that live all the time and it bypasses the ECU, because all the ECU does on these vans controls the fuel system. So your mobilizer will go, will basically go, your alarm key turns the immobilizer on, the immobilizer talks to the ECU, and the ECU goes, right, now it's time to switch the fuel system on. That is it. That's all the ECU does on these older vans. Another thing you can check is your fuses. This one's a bit more simpler. It's got 10 fuses on this one, and the relay box is there, and here it's only 6 relays. So this is a bog standard simple because it's 2001 2.8. Then obviously on your 2004 and upwards they put the ECU box here with a lot more ECU issues. Sorry, not ECU, relay box. The relay box you can buy, I think I brought mine 150, 160 quid off of eBay. I think it was good for close to my homes, because that was playing up on Patches. That's another thing that can play up. And another thing that can stop it from starting is on top of your battery terminal. If I grab the camera and I'll show you, it's still recording. If I come up, I'll show you on here. So this one's completely different. On top of the batteries, there's usually a big module pack. This one doesn't have it, which I'm glad. The battery terminal, which is one of these basically, is a thinner terminal. That never gets tightened up on these newer on the newer batteries. The old batteries it's fine, just the way they're designed, so I get my hand out of the way. So yeah, I know it's a lot of talking for the first bit in the video, but I'm trying my best to describe what's going on. What else? Another thing that tends to go on them. This is your fuel starter, fuel flame start. You can't buy these properly. You can buy them off eBay. They're about 60-70 quid for the part. But you go around and asking for anyone for one of these, they'll laugh at you. So your vehicle doesn't have them because they're fitted to lorries. And you go put your point at it. It's at the back, so you've got your box here. It's at the back of the box. And all that does, so when it gets down to like minus temperatures, it literally just shoots a bit of fuel through that there, ignites it through here, and just warms it all up. It preheats the fuel. That is all that does. So that will never stop your vehicle from starting. What else can I talk about? This one was talking about the reverse light switch. Now, on vehicles older than 2008, you do not need reverse for your for the MOT. You do not need the engine management light off for the MOT, and the airbag light doesn't need to be off for the MOT. Now, on here, if you need to change your reverse switch, they're quite hard to find. But it's based on top of your gearbox. You've got your clutch save cylinder, which this doesn't have because it's all cable, and at the back of there is your reverse switch. There's two cables, one's your reverse, one's your speedo, but like I say, you don't really need it here and there. They do get seized in place because no one ever changes them. So what you can do is take them off, get a bit of sandpaper, and you just clean the conducts up on the inside with spray a bit of electrical cleaner in there if you're brave enough. And yeah, so that's me. Stop talking now for about 6-7 minutes. So I'm going to get on. I'm going to test the injectors now, which we brought this kit for. So we brought this kit the other day to test the injectors. I'll leave a link in the description. So if I show you, put that back up there. This was a £25 kit. So as you can see, you got your bottles and stuff. So yeah, I'm going to just quickly work out how to do this because I've never done this before. So I'm going to work out how this all goes together. I'm sure it'll be rocket science. So I believe they attach to the back of the injectors over the top. So it's going to be some fun because there's not a lot of space in there to do this. But we shall find out, and then hopefully we can determine if mine is injectors or if it's not. Because if it is injectors, then unfortunately there is nothing I can do, because a set of injectors on this in Inverness for recondition is 820 quid from locally sourced. It's cheaper than going brand new. Brand new is 1,000 quid. But I've just been speaking to a guy that he's supposedly got a set of injectors for 200 quid that supposedly work, so I'm going to buy them, send them off for testing, and then hopefully come back from there. Yeah, so we'll come from there. So I'm going to Alright, how are we doing, guys? So it's later in the afternoon now. So I've managed to strip down as much as I can on the engine bay. So obviously I've taken the cover off. Now when I was checking, obviously I took off the wrong fucking thing. I took off the return pipe. Obviously I didn't realise, like I said in the beginning of the video, I'm learning here. So obviously I accidentally bloody broke the thing. So I've ordered some new pipe off Amazon. I'll leave a link for the spare pipe and clips. Yeah, there's your injectors there, obviously. What else? So obviously I didn't realise you put your pipe at the bottom now, I think it is. But when I get the new pipe, I'll do that. So obviously I'll correct myself and stuff. But as you can see, we've stripped off this side here because we've got our coolant leak, which was what I was originally fixing, which is the back here. But I can't get the fucking pipe off. I can get the top bit off the thermostat housing, which is all this here. That's your thermostat housing. Yeah, come back around, sorry guys. So that's your thermostat housing there. I'm going to come up with some sandpaper and clean all this up in a second, because as you can see, it's all dusty and crap, which is shit, which is no good. The pipe I was trying to get to is that one there. As you can see, it's 90-degree bend, but The back there is, see that shiny thing? That is a butterfly clip. I broke the seal to try and crack it open. So you can just immediately put it off and it's seized in place. So it means I can't get that bloody pipe off. So I'm just going to try and find a tool, something with a claw on it, and just pull on it as tight as much as I can. But that's right, I've got one of them on order anyway. But these are the Jubilee clips. As you can see, they're crap, they're the original ones. By the way, someone was asking about the reverse switch. This is my reverse switch on here. As you can see, someone's already replaced it, which is good. This is the difference between the early gearbox and the later gearbox, if anyone's interested. So the early one's cable, no hydraulics or nothing. I'm loving this fan so far. So yeah, obviously when I replace it, I am putting the later gearbox onto it. So it means that I would have to change the speedo on the later gearbox from electronic to cable, which is an issue. Just swap a part over, and I'll have to swap the plate over here. From hydraulic to cable, which again is not an issue. It's just a case of swap the fork over, put the plate on top, and just modify the engine. I think the gearbox bracket's different, if I remember correctly. But other than that, it's all the same box. So it means I can put a later gearbox onto this. So it'd be an 04 box instead of an 01 box, because you can't buy parts for this one. What else can I show you on front here? Down the bottom here is your pressure pump, down halfway down there. Which, well, I've just put all my parts away, but I'm just showing you as much as I can. That flame start is there, and if you look into this pipe here, where's I put my torch? Oh, fucking, where did I do it with the torch? I'll leave that underneath there, guys. No, I didn't. As you can see, like, I've got parts everywhere. There it is. There you go. If you can see into that pipe, that is your, there you go, that's your bottom flame divert there. And as I say, down here is your, see that there where I'm shining at, that is basically where your pump is, pressure valve. There's your sensor for your pressure. That's your cam sensor, if anyone's ever looking for one of them. And then obviously all your other bits of your gearbox are on top. But yeah, I'll come back to you guys in a few days time when all the new parts have arrived. So yeah, I'll come back to you guys in a few days time when all the parts have arrived. And if anyone's asking, why have I got a woolly hat on? Why is it sunny? It's because I got long hair and I broke the bloody hairband, so yeah. And to excuse for the foggy camera, I've got oily hands. Hang on, see if I can clean you off. There we go, that's better. So yeah, we're going to crack on. I know this video is going to be a lot of talking, but when we get to the parts, I can actually show you how to fit the parts. Yeah, go from there basically. So I'm going to try and fight a bit more with this pipe, get that off, and I'll see you guys in a few days time. Here's a joke for you. So I'm still struggling with this bastard pipe because I can't get the clip off. Been here 4 days trying to get that clip off. So I decided to go with the old strap, and as you can see, it's bloody tight and it's still not coming off. So hopefully I'm not going to cause any damage, but I can get a new wing if need be. There's just no chance that's coming off. Right guys, how are we doing? So as I said before in the beginning, my injectors packed up after doing all that testing. So we are going to be replacing injectors, which I brought second hand. Now these are from a running vehicle, so I'm hoping that these are actually good. I know they come from a running vehicle. I will do all the prices of all the parts I've used at the end. I've also replaced, because I accidentally broke it, your diesel leak kit. I'll leave a link for that in the description. Everything I've used I will leave as a link in the description. Make sure that's actually facing the right direction. So yeah, I've already gone ahead and loosened all the injectors because that's what I've been doing for the past few days. So they're all ready to come out. So once I get the tool onto them, where did I put the big plastic tool? Yeah. That in there, and then so all you're going to need to get these injectors out, I don't know if that's going to show, and I don't know if the cam's going to stay there. There we go. All I'm using here is it's a laser bit basically. It's an SCM V7 size 7 basically. I'll leave a link for them in the description. And what the hell's going on here? Oh come on, that was the right size. Sorry, it's an 8, not a 7. My mistake. So, as I say, I've already gone ahead and loosened all these up, got these all ready. These come out first time, apart from one in the far corner here. And all I did, I'll show you on this injector here. If I can get this one out. Try to lose them because they're quite important. I can wiggle that one out, there we go. All I did when it was tight, I'll show you on that one in a second what it looked like. So all the black stuff at the bottom is all your carbon. Actually this one's actually alright, you can just do with just a weak bit of a clean, you see it on my hands there. But on the fourth one, it's all gunked up here and it was leaking with diesel. If I go like that, you can see diesel on my hands. So there's your first one out the way. You can move the old clamp. That's all they are. That's how these go together. So imagine that and that, they're just linking together, and then you bolt go through like that, and that is all it is. You got your pipe on the front. I'll put the ejectors down so they don't go through window. So you got your fuel pipe here at the front. All that is a 13, 14 I think it was. I can tell you now. I'm sure the top was 12. So the top's 13. The bottom piece I think was 14 if I remember correctly. But I'll soon tell you in a second when I put this first one back in. So yeah, we're going to get that one back in. Unravel the kit. You get an unboxing as well. So this is the first time I've actually seen these injectors. And this guy's actually, look how much more cleaner that is. If I show you in comparison, that's from a decent vehicle, which obviously you can see that they've all been cleaned up. Yes, there is a bit of damage on this, but this is just a plug. That's not an issue. You can spot the difference straight away. So, pop in that one. So get the clamp that went with it, like so. Pop that back there. Like I say, slot it back in. Sure they slot in just fine. Yeah. Move bits of pluggy out the way. Wrong hole, you idiot. Yeah, ideally I should go and get the tool to cut, to do all the cutting and cleaning at the same time, but that's 60 quid, and it's 60 quid I don't have at the moment. Hence why I've not brought a reconditioned set, because I'm not willing to spend that on the vehicle that I've just brought just yet. But I'll discuss that at the end. I've been getting some prices on reconditioned stuff. So all I'm doing is slapping that back in. Get my extension. So torque tight. I don't know what the torque specs are. All I know is that they need to be bloody tight. There we go. So there's that one. And as you can see, when you put the clamp in, no movement. Then if I come back to this one here, put that back in. So it's a bit hard because I've got the box in the way. I'm doing my best as showing you what I can. Can I actually zoom in and just show you? Oh, are you able to see there? Sorry guys, I'm just playing with the camera. If I zoom in, is that too much? There we go. So I'll show you on this first one here. So obviously the top piece is 13. Is it 13 or sorry, 14? Sorry, did say early 14, not 13. So obviously don't do them not too tight because obviously you would end up clamping. There we go, that will do that one. So I'm going to grab the 16 from the bottom. Which is this one here. It's quite good. $16 or is it an 18? It's an 18. So the bottom one on this is an 18. So yours might be different. This is an older version of a 2.8. There you go, that's your first one in. Do that tighter, there we go. Plug in. Perfect, that's your first one. Now I'm going to skip doing the rest. And I shall see you all when I've got the rest of it. Right, I'll pick that up in a second. So this focus is the culprit, and as you can see, it was all stuck just there. So when it was twisting, you could twist it, but you couldn't pull it. And you couldn't pull it if I show you like that. So what I did, I got the ratchet around the bottom here because it had a hook on it. Got it around the top of the bonnet, and it just kept cranking it till it popped. A couple of cranks it popped out. But you can see, if I get my cloth here. See all the crap on it. No, it's just leaking diesel out of that one, which these do have, which I've done the research for, which these do have that common problem with leaking injectors. So I'm going to just get this last one in, and I shall see when it's all done. Right guys, so since we've changed the injectors, we might as well change the fuel pump itself, but the pressure valve I should say, which as I said at the beginning of the video, is one of these. I'll get a closer look to the camera. It's one of them. So for that we need to remove filter, radiator, headlight. I've actually stripped the entire front end down to get to it. It won't take too long. So I looked at the bump's only held in by two 10mm bolts. So yeah, we're going to get that part fitted. Then that's really it, and then it's just coolant pipe at the back, which we have over here, which we've been trying to get off for a few days now. Right guys, so for those who don't know, ignore the seagulls in the background. If I light that up, there's your pressure pump there, which is this doofy here, this nice clean doofy here, but unfortunately I can't get it off. I've tried fucking everything for the past few hours to get it off. I've got the front bolt off, but I can't get to the one at the back because it's on right on top of the engine. So even I struggle, guys, so it's not an issue. So yeah, I'm just going to get this all put back together, and then we'll just move on to the corner pipe at the back, and hopefully we should be able to start it up within the next hour or two. If not, I just put the, actually, you know what, I might put the corner pipe on, book it into the garage to get that done because it needs a ramp, to be honest. And it's also 9:30 at night and I'm just cut my ass. Been fighting it. Let's get this back on, which I've dropped the bolt there somewhere, big bolt. Where's the big bolt gone? There it is. Which, I don't know why, but everything on this van is over the top on the bolt size. I mean, look at that, there's one bolt, right? Which obviously comes back up here because I had to move that out the way. Which is there. The thing is, I've got no... What was I saying? I've got no fucking impact tools. Yeah, I'm just literally using ratchets and that's my 13. This is what it's been like. Just literally been me on my card fighting in a losing battle on this. Which this thing is taking too long to put back together. So I say. So yeah, I'm gonna leave you. Bolt back in, then I'll leave you when I've got everything back together. Alright, there we go. Right guys, how are we doing? So this is an exit to the video. I was just looking for something to show you guys, but I don't know where it's gone. There's 1 second. No. So we did change the pressure valve in the end. We got 5 minutes outside corridor. That's 2 miles. And the pressure valve pin inside of it decided to snap, which is no good. Which locked that fuel system off and cut out. So I've been spending all day today and yesterday fighting with one bolt, got it out finally, got the whole pressure valve off, took the pin out, got it going. The van now runs but doesn't hold fuel pressure, but lucky enough I've met 2 locals. They're going to help me try and get the van going. So I will keep you all updated, and then I will give off a list of what we've accumulated in the next 5-10 minutes. So I'll see you then. Alright, good morning, or it's the following day. So I thought I'd do a proper edit to this video, do some sums and stuff. Excuse me. So this total repair, it set me back. I did maths last night. I think it's roughly 400 quid for the total repair. So we start off with what we replaced. So we've replaced injectors. The injectors were £400, £200 plus £250 postage. We used the line. We used the fuel line, basically the downpipe. That was £10 for 2 meters, so it wasn't too bad. What else? We used a fuel pressure valve. That was £60-70 off of eBay. Then we used the connectors. The connectors were £10. The clips were also a tenner. So all that, including postage, nearly comes up to 400 quid. Now, has it fixed the problem? Yes, it has. The only other issue we've got is fuel pressure. So the now the truck's running properly. The truck's running 80% better than before. So all I've got left to do is the lift pump in the cab. If you remember a few months ago, we changed the lift pump on patches. That's just a brief video then how to show and replace one. Now we gotta be doing, excuse me, now we're gonna be doing lift pump. We'll be doing the lift pump on this, and we'll do the battery at the same time, because I need to upgrade the battery for when we do the side markers, light bar, and air horns. Yes, she's getting air horns, 2-tone air horns. You know. If you remember, Patches had the Dixie horn. This is having a proper truck horn. We are painting. So in episode 2 of Roadside Maintenance, I've declared this as a series. I was thinking about it last night. It's now going to be a mini series. Well, it's not a mini series. It's going to be an ongoing series. So in episode 2, Roadside Maintenance, we will be doing. It's going to be bodywork and painting. So in episode 2, you'll see us do the add a link all the way around, hopefully, and add a link all the way around, which will join the box and the cab together, which is preparing it for the walkthrough. Then on top of that, we need to be doing fiberglass, where I accidentally hit the corner, and you see in the Northumberland road trip one, going for the post, I accidentally hit the post on the left. The straight post 6.6, which this can come through just about, but at the bottom there was like a V at the bottom. There's no fucking need for it, but they put the V at the bottom. So the bottom of my skirt caught it on the one side. So I've got a fiberglass patch to go over that. We've got to put fiberglass patches over the roof vents, over the box vent. So I was like, I could put metal plate there, but you'll see the metal plate. So I've got some fiberglass mesh to go there. So yeah, episode 2 should be bodywork and paint. I'm determining on that, or determinant on that or the lift pump and battery. Lift pump and battery is going to be 2-3 weeks away. So I'm going to end the video here, guys. Sorry, as I do apologise about the videos coming out every 2 weeks at the moment, but I'm hoping to get back on top of it. As I say, this breakdown hasn't helped a lot, to be honest, with the timing of videos. But I'm hoping, as I say, next couple of weeks are going to be roadside maintenance videos, and then we can start on the build. The bodywork and paint is technically the start of the build. But yeah, we're going to get on with that, and I shall see you in next week's videos, guys. So I'll see you all then, and enjoy the rest of your Sunday.